Along. This question says, the point A and B have coordinates 2, -2, 11, 8, 1 respectively. Given that AB is the diameter of the circle, show that the center of the circle has coordinates 3, 6. So if -2, 11, and 8, 1 are diameters of the circle, then let's just draw a rough sketch of a circle. This is just a rough sketch. Doesn't necessarily have to look like this. 8, 1. So this is 8, and 1 would be down here. So let's say this is 8, 1. All right. If this is 8, 1, and you have the next end of the circle is somewhere up here, which is -2, 11. All right, -2, 11. And they tell us that the diameter passed through A and B. If the diameter passed through A and B, remember the diameter is 2 times the radius. And so that means that the center, the distance from the center to any one of these points is the radius. So to find the center of the circle is going to be the midpoint of A and B. So for part 1, we can write that the center of the circle C, the center C, let's write that out. C, the center of the circle. To find the center of the circle, all we have to do is find the midpoint of AB. So we'll tell them C, the center of the circle. C is equal to the midpoint of AB. And the midpoint of AB is given by, to find the midpoint, it is x1 plus x2 divided by 2. So it's -2 plus 8. And this is to be divided by 2. -2 plus 8 divided by 2, comma. Then it's going to be y1 plus y2 divided by 2. So it's going to be 11 plus 1 divided by 2. All right. So what we're going to get then is that this will work out to be -2 plus 8 divided by 2. That works out to be 3. Then 11 plus 1 divided by 2. That is 6. So indeed the center is 3, 6. So the first part shown. Next part says determine the equation of the circle. Now, to find the equation of a circle, we need the center and the radius. So first we need to find the radius. So to find the radius of this circle, the radius is going to be equal to, from the center to any one of these points. So we can say the radius, the length of the radius is going to be equal to the distance from the center to the point B. So the radius is equal to the length of CB. To find the length of CB, we use length of a line formula. So the radius is the square root of x2 minus x1. So this is the center C, and this is the point B. So it's 6 minus x2 minus x1. So x2 is 3. So it is actually 3 minus 8 square. 3 minus 8 square plus y2, which is 6 minus 1. 6 minus 1 square. And that will give us the length of the radius. So therefore, the radius works out to be equal to the square root of 3 minus 8 square. 3 minus 8 being squared is 25, plus 6 minus 1 squared is 25. So the radius is the square root of 50. That's the radius. So since that is the radius now, then the equation of the circle, so the equation of the circle is, so the equation of the circle is The equation of the circle is now going to be given by x minus the x value at the center. So it is x minus 3 square plus y minus 6 square, y minus 6 square, and that is equal to r square, which is 50. That's the equation of the circle. Nice. That is part 2. Easy, 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 soft. Let's look at part 3 now. Part 3 says to show that something is on the line. Part 3 says to show, verify that the point 10, 7 lies on the circle. To show that 10, 7 lies on the circle, then 10, 7 will satisfy the equation of the circle. So that's all we need to show there. So if 10, 7 is on the circle, then it will satisfy the equation of the circle. So let's show them that. So if we replace x with 10 right here, we're going to get 10 minus 3 square plus, if we replace y right here with 7, we're going to get 7 minus 6 square. Now look at that. 10 minus 3 is 7. 7 square is 49. 49 plus 1 is 50. So since this works out to be equal to 50, we're good. This works out to be equal to 50, so 10, 7 lies on the circle. See there? 10, 7 lies on the circle. It satisfies the equation. So hence 10, 7 is on the circle. Because we showed that when we plug in 10 and we plug in 7, we still get back 50. So that is it. Now, of course, I never just give you a question. I'm going to show you what is happening on the graph. It's always good when we see what is happening on the graph. So let us look at a new graph right here. So let's go to a new sketch. Let's go to a new graph. And the center of this circle was 3, 6. 3, 6. This was the center. And it had a diameter of, what was the diameter again? Let's look back. The diameter was, B was 8,1 and minus 211. So 8,1 and minus 211. 8,1, where is 8? This is 5, 6, 7, 8. 8,1. This is 8,1. Let's drag down the graph just a little bit. Alright, so we can see at the top now here. So this is the point 8,1, as you can see. I'm going to show the coordinates there. Alright, that's the point 8,1. Let's go to preferences. So this is the point 8,1 right here. Yeah. Then we need the point that was, where was that point? Minus, this was the point minus 211. Minus 211, which is right here. This was the point minus 211. This is the point B. So there it is. I'm just showing you a sketch of what's happening. All right. This is the radius, just to show you that it is indeed root 50. If I measure that line, That's the root of 50, and the square root of 50 is 7.1. But showing you all things being equal. So here it is. The length of the line is 7.1, which is the square root of 50. That's the radius. And finally was to show that 10, 7 lie on the circle. Look at this. This is 10. This is 7. Here it is. This is that point that they're talking about. Show the coordinates. There it is. This is 10, 7. So 10, 7 lie on the circle. So this is just justifying all our calculation. 10, 7 lie on the circle. The radius is 7.1. This is the circle that we have. Nice and easy. So it's always good when you get an idea of what's happening as well. All right.